Are you on yours channel as well tonight, or?
I am, yeah.
Oh, I've got you twice. Why can I hear you twice? Okay, try again. I've just pressed mute on
Yeah,
one
that's
of them.
fine. Hello, hello, hello.
Perfect, perfect. Are you on yours channel as well tonight, or? Let me just make sure I've got
I am, yeah.
checked. Oh, I've got you twice. Good,
2 seconds.
good. Okay, try again. Alright, I'm up and running,
Yeah,
mate.
that's fine. Hello, hello, hello.
Let me know when you're live as well.
Yeah, will do.
Just turn this down a little bit.
I am, yeah.
So, hello and welcome
2 seconds.
to number 2. To number 2, Monday Night Football, number 2 of the season.
Yeah, will do.
Well, yes. I'm up and running, just waiting for DJ's channel to be up and running as well. So while we're waiting, if you're looking to click on to DJ's channel, you can give him a sub in the About section. Just click on the blue text on DJ Earth, straight to his channel. Come back here because much better banter, obviously. And yeah, just enjoy ourselves talking about Sunderland and what we got up to over the weekend. Monday night. Oh, you've literally copy and pasted my.
I did, yeah. I just thought that's pretty decent.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. Thank you. I'm glad I've got a good review.
Oh, hold on a second.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'm just going to close out my work stuff because
that's pretty decent.
it's still showing me as at work, and I don't want that. Not one bit. I've got a good review. So I can see your stream. It's just you, by the way. And I need my URL for my chat. Your channel. There we go. Just need this watch URL. Share. So I can see your stream. Copy that. Boom. Now, when we're ready, I need my URL for my. Do you want me to turn on the webcam on there? 2 seconds.
No, no, I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
But you can't see my webcam, can you? You can't see my webcam. It's just a blank screen.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay, let me just turn that off. Yeah. Evening, Dean. Welcome along, buddy.
No,
welcome along.
I don't know what you can see on mine.
On yours right now, I've just got a grey screen. And me and you while moving around all over the place. Welcome along.
That should be it. What you can see on mine.
you might be we might be used to be doing this by now, but or you think we will be.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're up and running.
Good. I'll just need to put on my webcam for your channel, unless I can worry about it. It's up to you. Do you want my webcam or not?
Yeah, I can do.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. OBS. Not start recording. Studio mode. Webcam scene. Malcolm and White show. What? Which one am I using? Ah, there you go. There we go. Cool. You should be. We're getting there, mate. We're getting there. Right now on here, we should be able to turn this on. There we go.
I don't know what's happened to OBS.
On both channels. On both channels now.
Hold on a second.
I'm just trying to get this one last application working.
Just bear with us a second, guys. Since you did that, I'm going to have to add another window capture.
Just copy paste it. Right, let me just. I need Twidget working because I've selected DJ's DJ's comment. Let me. Is it working now? Nope.
There we go.
We're good. We're good. Evening. Right. We're only 2 minutes into the stream and what have you, but oh, to be fair, it's pretty reminiscent of how Sunderland performed on the weekend. A little bit scrambly when it come out from the starter end of each half, But once we're underway, we're plain sailing, right? That's how it should be.
Absolutely.
Okay, now it's a hot day again.
Yeah, my blood. That's it. Right. Yes. Hello, we're up and running. Hello, Neil
Good.
Fleury says, really, LOL.
Right, there we go. And we're on the Monday Night Football as well. So underneath me, like here, you can see comments come through. So I'll read most of the ones that are up here, and pretty much everybody that comes into the chat as well. I just need your chat on as well. Neil, really? There you go. Right, I'm caught up. All caught up, mate. So yeah, do you want to summarise your thoughts of the game? What do you reckon? I've got the stats scrolling below.
It was I found it was a hell of a lot better performance than the Coventry game. You know, would seem to go out and all attack a lot more, especially second half, and it was a complete mirror image, wasn't it? Because we scored, then they equalised, and then you know they did the same to take the lead, and we quickly responded. And you know what I liked about how it's how we responded to going 2-1 down. We seemed to drop a gear and just put our foot down, and we just dominated the game. I thought it was a really good performance. I liked how quick we were passing the ball around on the deck. It was one touch, slick passing and movement, and they just simply couldn't cope with us. And need to say any more about Sims. I mean, absolutely fantastic. But I like the attitude, and two up front, it's definitely better than one, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, mate. 2 seconds. Apparently, I'm getting no audio from you. Lola, stop it! There you
Jacob
go.
Averard, hello, good evening, lads. How you doing? Neil Fury says, just about can see you guys.
Yeah. Can you hear me at all? By the way, can you hear me on Google Meet?
Wait a minute, I'm just gonna make us a bit bigger.
There we go.
There we go.
I've just got you through Google Meet now, rather than Discord and Google, so that should fix everything.
Right, okie. There we are. I might go off a little bit and I'll come back on, but that's made us a bit bigger, so. But
life's a good one. Rufus, welcome along, by the way.
Yeah, hello, Rufus. Welcome.
Technical, like I said, we're technical experts. Audio, but no pic now, by the way. Oh yeah.
We're live. We don't muck about.
We're live. We mess around. We Oh my god, you can't have 2 tabs open on this screen. It's just oh. So I'm missing your chat, but I think you can catch it for me, right, mate?
Yeah, I can do it. So what was your thoughts then? I mean, do you agree pretty much with with much I said?
Yeah, to be fair, mate, it's I wouldn't say it's a performance that I'd like to remember long term, but in the short term, obviously getting the win. I think defensively we have a lot of problems, but on the attacking side, it's miles better from Sunderland.
Wasn't it?
Exactly what we want from our players. Pritchard and Sims just next level class. Stewart with that slide tackle as well. It was attacking wise, I'm chuffed a bit. Defensively, there's definitely work to be done. So yeah, overall happy. 3 points. We're second in the table. I think. On goal, it depends on how you do it, but goal difference we're tied with like 4 other teams. But still, let's just continue that on for the rest of the season, right?
Absolutely. It's got a very important comment. Neil Averod's Jacob Averod went. I think we will win 3-1 against QPR, but we'll talk about that later. Mm-hmm. Neil Fleury went. There we go. And Jacob Averod, has anyone tie-dyed the neighbour's curtains this evening?
I think you should tie-dye your own or just get something tie-dyed. Tam says, hello, evening, lads. And
how are you doing?
The Pennywell Pundit says, Jakku is a degenerate. Now, I want to know why Jakku is a degenerate. Welcome along. Was he? He didn't feature in the game, did he?
No, I don't think he did.
I need to know more about that. So, yeah, who was your standout player? Because there's a mixed bag here. I've heard a couple of people on SFC Fan TV, Bowers, Finn,
Yeah,
Giles.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm gonna I'm gonna go for Stuart Clark, and Sims.
I said player, not players. Go on, narrow it down to one, mate.
Never
Narrow it down
doubt
to
the one. I'm
one.
going to give it to Sims without a doubt. I mean, because it's his first game, and he just looked so cool, calm, and collected with his finishes, and he looked confident. Do you know what I mean? He looks a right menace. So absolutely, you've got to give it to the lad. It's his first game, so absolutely shout of it. Yeah.
Yeah, good. I normally like to go somewhere else with what you say and just like pick another player just for more talking points. But to be honest, I think Sims earned it from me. The fact that Pritchard got it, I get because of his passes, um, but he Pritchard didn't put the ball in the back of the net. Sims did twice, and both of them. The first one is just cool, calm, collected,
Yeah.
and yeah, exactly what you need from a new striker. And the second one, the way the way he just made the defenders from Bristol City look crap, was yeah, it's a sign of skill, really, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Um,
without a doubt, it's experience as well, and it's
mhm.
he was just calm. And a lot of people, when they get like a one-on-one situation with the keeper, they sort of fluff it, don't they?
Yeah,
So
all the time, all
yeah,
the time. In terms of that, like the overall match as well, though, um, you have to say Sunderland were much more clinical with the ball overall because
absolutely.
um, I think we had about 40% possession, but we had five more shots than them, or something like that. The stats are about to roll underneath you on my stream, so I can tell you the exact numbers. 59% possession to 41, 13 shots to 16, with six of ours being on target and five of theirs. So, uh, like, yeah, I'm gonna get this out of my fidgeting arena. But I think the clinicalness is a good sign of quality to come for us as well. Um,
Yeah, absolutely. It's. I mean, let's face it. I mean,
there you go.
there's no games obviously going to be a doddle in this league. It is a step up. I mean, they're no pushovers. Bristol City. They've been in there a while. They're a decent side, and they showed that the way they quickly got their goals back. But we just showed.
Yep.
I don't know. It was just weird. It was just refreshing. It was refreshing to see from the lads.
Are we getting ahead of ourselves to say that this is what we expect for the rest of the season?
No. I'm just purely talking about that match.
Yeah.
In general, I mean, there's a hell of a long way to go. I mean, obviously, we still need to sort defence out and that because Gooch is not a defender, as we all know.
Saying that, mate, Tam comes in with a controversial message here. The standout player was Gooch. Perhaps not for the reason you're thinking, though. It's not really fair play to put him in defence. He isn't a defender. So
Oh no,
he's
no. We did actually say that as well, didn't we? We did sort of say,
mhm.
it's not fair on Gooch because he's playing out of position.
He was out of position most of the evening. All of the evening actually. Um, is it unfair to put a player that isn't in that natural position into there when there's players like Trey Hume on the back burner waiting to or itching to get back into the starting lineup, and we're putting people out of position? I find that very very strange, but maybe it's just the way the gaffers
Well,
got more trust in Gooch doing the
he
job.
obviously sees something in Gooch, doesn't he? He obviously sees something that he can possibly do at the back, which he prefers. But I mean, if you look at that goal, I mean, he Gooch whacks his hand up
Hmm.
like that for the offside and that, and I've seen, there's from the Bristol City end, the support of somebody. He's obviously recording it with his phone, and it's quite level the line where he's going. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was quite a bit offside as well. But you still play to the referee's whistle, don't you, rather than stop him
Oh
back
yeah,
and you know. But that, but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
unfortunately,
No,
the
no, I get
mistake
it.
cost us a goal.
it did cost us a goal, but ultimately it didn't matter at the end of the day because we got all
No,
3 points out of it. But yeah, that's a fish off the hook for us, really, isn't it? The Pennywell pundit comes in and says, "I think 091 cut it at this level, and Jacko is just robbing a living as a footballer. At least Turpin wore a mask. I don't know who Dick Turpin is, but
Let's go back into my chat. Wouldn't
yeah.
surprise me if
So
DJ
is
has resided.
Pennywell pundit is saying two players, Luke 09 and Jacko, are not good enough for us. Do you agree with that or not?
Well, like I say, you can't judge just after 2 games. Well, we'll see how.
Oh, both of these players have played a whole season for us. You got to remember that. Um, I don't strongly disagree with it, but I think there is a cap, and I think if we do go up again, they will be one of the key sellings for us. Yeah, so it's an interesting one.
Jacob Averard says for man of the match, Ellis Sims by a mile. Neil Fleury. It seems like a lot of teams in the championship are playing 3-4-1-2. What's your thoughts on that? And Neil also says, looked like first goal was offside, second goal was a foul on Patterson, which obviously we were just
We were
scratching our
seeing
heads.
that live. We were seeing that live.
Yeah, we
And
were.
we're
Yeah,
seeing there was a handball incident. There was a foul on. Was it Stewart or Sims in the box? I think it was Sims.
It was Sims. Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Just
should
before we
have.
scored got the equaliser.
Yeah. It was the refereeing decisions were a little bit shocking to say the least, but like you can't really blame the officials. Like, if we're going to apply blanket rules of things that have been missed by officials in one tier of the football league, then we need to apply it to all of the top pyramid levels at least, where the funding for it can be paid by the Premier League assets because it can't be that expensive to install cameras into a stadium, right?
No,
Um,
no. It is.
um,
It's just it just doesn't seem fair that, and it's disrespecting the other leagues at the fact that the Premier League's got it and the other divisions have. Because I mean, it's decisions like that can make or break seasons for clubs, and they rely
yeah,
financially of whether staying up or getting relegated. And there could be decisions like, you know, like goals that there shouldn't be, or penalties that
yeah,
should be or should not be. You know, and it just seems unfair.
yeah. Que sera, I guess. With that one. um, Jacob also says on mine, I wish Antonio Semenyo would come back to Sunderland in the January transfer window. See, I don't like people returning to the clubs. I think I've always got the mentality of the phrase like they left for a reason. So the nostalgia factor is there with a couple of players. I just don't think it's right. Get newer players who are going to fit this style rather than players that fit our old style.
It's never really worked. Put it this way, has it?
No, no. And Kenneth also pops in 2 games in. If keep gelling like this, then the signs are they might surprise all of us. I hope so. Kenneth, I genuinely do. Like, if it's a wave or a sign of how we are to come through this league, um, I'm happy with that because we haven't lost yet, right?
Absolutely.
On your there you go. I just went grey on your screen.
No, that's fine. I was just. Well, I mean, we've gone in all competitive games. I think it's 18 games unbeaten now, which is a phenomenal record, really, mate.
Oh no, absolutely. Are we counting the playoff games in that?
Yeah, competitive, yeah.
That's competitive. Yeah, okay. So would you be? Well, this is talking about next week now. With Sheffield Wednesday, I say next week, 2 days time. Would you be okay with us losing that cup game, or would you prefer us keeping that run of winning on the bounce?
Yes and no. I mean, I really just totally not interested in the cup. I mean, look, we're not gonna win it. I mean, it depends. Does it give
We've won
us
it before.
Does it? Yeah. Does it give us much financial gain the more we get into
Yes.
the latter stages?
Yeah.
You know, like say we
So
get to the quarters or something like that. Does it, or if we get a tie when we're playing Man City away or something, does it benefit Sunderland?
absolutely. So every match that's on TV is worth a big chunk to the club. Every match that is from the last 16 onwards is a bigger chunk. So this is not the actual numbers, but say the last 16 is 100,000, the last 8 is 150,000, the last 4 is 200,000, and the winners like 500,000 and 1,000,000 each. There is a big chunk the further we go through it. The further we go through it, the better chances we are to buy somebody bigger or better in the January transfer window. So
I mean,
I
let's
know
face it,
people are saying
we're never going to win it, are we? I mean,
I doubt it, but
it's an impossibility. We're going to win the trophy, and that's the only that I'm trying to just think that the positives. Like, look, it's impossible. We're just not in hell chance going to win
yeah,
it. It's between the big four, isn't it?
yeah, it is between the big four, mate. But it is the further we go through it, the more chances we are to buy somebody better in the transfer window. So I think that's what our goal is with this cup. Not to win it, but progress as far as possible to do that. I don't think it's going to detract from how we're set up for the season because everybody's going to have Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday. Like it's going to be 2 games a week for pretty much everybody this season. So
Well, I've always said,
yeah,
obviously you don't get the excitement build up like you do for a league game, but I know for a fact when the night comes and we're playing, it's a match and you want Sunderland to win. I mean, I even
yeah,
wanted Sunderland to win in a friendly game, but once it kicks off, of course you want the lads to do well.
oh yeah, absolutely. Um, Speaking of that, mate, Pennywell Pundit goes, he wouldn't want VAR in our league, but he would love to hear the microphones on the refs to see what they actually do. Like, know how rugby, the mic up the refs so they can
Yeah, yeah.
have a conversation. Why isn't that a viable option?
And have you noticed as well when that does happen in rugby, you never ever see the rugby players arguing back with the ref, do you?
I think that's just built into rugby, though.
You
I
know.
think that's just built into rugby because everybody could beat everybody up if they wanted to.
And of course, there could also be a risk of swearing live on the telly, couldn't there? The players going, "What the fucking hell is that decision, referee?" And
And then there's the proven dissent.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, do you see Flanagan? The Flanagan thing, you just see him like, that's a yellow for the foul, that's a yellow for dissent, there's a red, fuck off.
Just says Kenneth
That
Allen
was
on your
funny.
chat. Just says, "Yeah, get out of the
Get out
cup."
of the
I mean,
car. See,
I'd be
I
happy if we
agree with it.
win, but like I say, do you really want to? Do you really want to defeat just before you go into a league game? I mean, I don't know. It's
Especially against a team that could have came up instead of you. Jacob's the polar opposite of that, though. I would love to go on a cup run as a championship team to prove how good we are as a championship team. Kenneth's on the other end. Let's get us out of the league, get out of the cup, so we can focus on the league. I genuinely don't think that the cup affects teams on the weekend as much as other teams think because we have got the option to play our youth team
yeah, yeah.
completely in that cup in the cup game, so we could practice real competitive matches against bigger teams with our youth players and try out new formations. So I think get as far through as possible in that cup and potentially see some new players that we wouldn't have given the light of day. Um, to,
I think
you know what I
Sheffield Wednesday will play the youngers as well. I mean, don't forget. I mean, they'd be
mean?
thinking similar, won't they? They want to get out of this. They want to get out of that league, and they'd be probably thinking, "Oh,
So are you saying both teams on Wednesday are going to not want to play the next game and purposefully lose? I think that's a
not
bit
purposefully
weird.
lose." I'm just going to say I think they would.
Yeah,
They'll play weaker sides. I mean,
yeah,
no team wants to go out there to lose, but I will think they'll be playing weaker sides. I mean, there's
yeah.
nothing negative about winning a football match. It can only be positive all round. So of course they'll want to win, but I just think that both teams will relax with the squads a little bit. I think.
You reckon?
I think.
Okay, okay.
Or will they because
So
it's on Sky? I don't know. It's on
it's on.
Sky.
It's a televised thing. We're in the championship. They're League One still. I think we'll want to prove ourselves at least in this tie. If we don't win, it's not the end of the world. But I think we'll be a bit. We're doing ourselves a disservice to the rest of the league because if they use that as like, oh, they're just going to be a walkover, that could be a massive bump to our confidence and other
Yeah.
teams' confidence against us. So, you know, like any majorly televised games, put out the best performance you possibly can. It makes the most sense to me.
Just reading some couple of chats on my chat.
Yeah, go for it.
SCFC Dean 73. How you doodling says second goal was therefore a foul on Patterson. Can't understand why none of the players claimed a foul. And Neil Fleury says agreed. Patterson should have went mad. But are you surprised at the fact that there was no real
I
protest? Or up the Scouse Mackems from Daniel B. Hello, mate.
welcome along, buddy.
So are you surprised there wasn't any protest? I mean, Patterson should have ran mad at the referee and gone, hey, what was that?
No, I'm not. I'm not surprised at all, mate. To be honest, it was one of those moments where everybody just think that was a fucking calamity. It was just comedy. The way that goal went in, it was like, oh shit, this is what we're expecting. So no, yeah, there was a foul, but do you think the keeper would have gotten to it if he didn't get pushed? Yeah, actually, I thought probably might have. He got pushed away from the ball, didn't he, by the opposition striker? So I don't know. Maybe we're still got that softer mentality. Also, we're great on your stream.
Yeah, I've just been adjusting. Oh, just hello to CJ Gaming has just popped in.
Welcome along.
Daniel Beast just said, I'll tell you one thing, Sunderland's the biggest team in the North East. Well, we know that, don't we, Anth?
Oh, we do. We absolutely do. We've, to be fair, historically, we have the best record from any northeastern team. Just historically, fact. In terms of like where we are right now, Newcastle are a better team, and I'm more than happy to agree and say that. Like, I know some fans might not like it, but they are a bigger, better team right now.
You've got to speak reality about it. Yeah, of course they are. You know,
But I think when we're on their level, I think we're better than them. And most times when we're in the same league, we do finish above them.
yeah, and beat them.
We do. It's just the way it is. So.
Oh, that's he's actually an Everton fan, Daniel B. So
bit of a tangent. Yeah. So Tam asks a good question because obviously the transfer window is still open. He says successful returners. I'll start with Paul Bracewell, a Rolls Royce of a player, even if he recovered from getting smashed by Big Billy Whitehurst.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea who those people are. Sorry, Tam. Can't think of anybody after that. In terms of successful returners to Sunderland, I don't think there's been any in my lifetime, which is probably why I've got that.
That is a good that is a good question, really. I mean, who's been successful on a return to Sunderland? I mean, I can't really think of any off the top of my head. Certainly not Barini. He went stale, didn't he?
Well, he hasn't come. Yeah, I was going to say he hasn't come back, but that would be him coming back for the third time.
Yeah, it'd be the third time. The second time he came back, he was like stale stotty bread, wasn't he? He was like,
fuck. What was the guy who retired 2 seasons ago?
Hello,
or last
Jeff,
season?
And Jeff's just popped into the chat.
Fuck. Ledbetter. Grant Ledbetter. He did all right.
Ledbetter did okay. Yeah,
I wouldn't say he set the world on fire when he returned, but
his attitude's good. He's heart in the club, isn't it? I mean, I think that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
You know, and he did score some absolute belting goals as well, because he has got a trademark of scoring 26, 27-yard shots into the top corner, which he did.
Yeah. To be fair, there's not many I can think of beyond that, because I think there's literally been like 7 or 8 in my lifetime. There's not that many that I can write home about, but I think Ledbetter is the most recent one. Would you class Grigg as a returner to the club because he went away and come back? But he went away on. Do you class players who go away on loan and come back and play for us on the main team? Class that as a returner?
Not really. No, I mean Griggy didn't even turn up in the first place, did he?
Oh, fucking Jacob saying Danny Graham. Danny Graham did shit when he was with us the first time and when he came back. So
I just don't understand that one.
Evening, Jeff.
Oh, I don't understand that one at all. Danny Graham.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know why we keep going for it. Like as a Sunderland fan base, the nostalgia factor is doesn't work out for us. It's like going back to the same partner and expecting them to have changed. It doesn't work. Also, they're older, they're slower. Um, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. So some points that I've had since then was back on the Wednesday game. Pennywell pundit says Sheffield Wednesday will want revenge, and Jacob said about the Newcastle versus Sunderland point that Newcastle usually do absolutely shit in cups, which I agree. I think I'm caught up now.
Should we talk
Kenneth,
about something that's been in the it's been annoying a lot of Sunderland fans these last few days. Is Broadhead's back on the cards now. Once Wigan was getting him, now we're favourites. It's like, what's your take on that?
like I've said this on a couple of people's chats as well, mate. I think Broadhead needs us more than we need him, purely because of how Sims performed in that match. So the desperation that Everton thought we might have towards the end of the transfer window, that's not there anymore. I think we do need a third striker, third person like up front to rotate those two around, because they can't play every single minute like they did last season in the Championship and not pick up any nicks or bumps and dips in performances. So we do need that third person to rotate. Having two players from the same club, because Sims is from Everton as well.
I like Broadhead. I do like him.
I do really rate him as a player as well, but I don't think I'm as desperate as most other people might be for getting him back. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like his attitude. I mean, don't forget he scored quite a few late goals for us, and he's a dangerous player. And his work rate's good, and and he seems to he blends with the team well. He gets on well with the team, and yeah, I think it would be
Yeah.
great. And I do think he needs us more. Wigan, Sunderland. I mean, how no comparison
Where?
there, is there?
No, not really, mate. Jacob says Broadband has twiglet legs. He does, but he's nippy with them. Billy Whitehurst from Billy Whitehurst. Who's Billy Whitehurst?
Jeff's just
Billy
said, Stu, we don't
Las
need him. He
Palmas,
would.
welcome.
Jeff just says, we
We
don't
don't
need
need
him.
him.
Yeah.
He wouldn't get a game. I think he'd be our rotation. He'd be our third. He would be our third choice striker. Tam also says Billy Whitehurst was an animal masquerading as a football player. He signed for us and was hilarious. YouTube him. What a character. A fight like no other. He sounds like Vinnie Jones. Is it? I'm gonna have to. I'm googling Billy Whitehurst. Do you want to talk about potential other strikers that could, if we don't get Broadhead, who do you think we could get instead?
Well,
That
somebody
does his
mentioned
job.
on our live stream, didn't there? Someone mentioned Darren Bentoff, and we both laughed. It's like, Christ almighty, away.
Oh
Christ,
yeah.
I'd rather have Greg and Danny Graham combined. There is plenty to choose from. I mean, as long as we're just upping the level when we're getting the strikers coming in, um, I mean, Ellis Sims. I mean, how is he on
Yeah.
loan? Is he a young player? Is he? Why isn't he getting to the Everton
Yeah, he's
squad?
20. He's really. Ellis Sims is really young, mate. He is
Because he looks
21
about
years old.
35, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's 21 years old. We've got him for the entire season. They're doing what they did with Broadhead with Sims this season. So they've got a good youth. I don't know how, but they've got a youth system in place. He played one game for them as a sub last Premier League, so he is officially a Premier League player now, and that's what they wanted for him. If he didn't play that one game, he wouldn't have his big mantle of being a Premier League player. So
We seem to have a good relationship with Everton as well, don't they? I mean, especially with
yeah,
Bradley Lowry and this and that. They got involved when they didn't have to. Didn't they pay so many thousands to send him abroad or something?
yeah, because to be fair, the Bradley Lowry thing was just a touch of class from all the teams in the Premier League. Obviously, sad case were a young football fan. But yeah, when he went to that Sunderland Everton game, just the way everybody went around it, it was lovely. So yeah,
I like I like Everton. They're a lot better than the
yeah,
bin dippers.
the bin dippers. You're not a fan of the Red Scousers then?
No.
But they wear red, and they've got John Henderson.
That's a player that could potentially return back to Sunderland. You know, Hendo.
Mate, are you having are you smoking a? You having a? Really?
Well, I am. I'm drinking the liquid.
He's a Champions League
Oh,
winner.
I'm talking in about 20 years' time.
Oh, as a coach.
You know.
Um,
No, they're like you know, maybe he's play one last season when he's on his last legs or something. You know what I mean?
yeah. Fair enough. So other strikers, Jacob has mentioned a player called Cameron Jerome, who currently plays for Luton Town, but he's played for Norwich and Stoke.
He must
He's
be a
30,
canny age.
He's 35 years old. I don't think the older players, even if they are proven in the Championship, are likely to fit under Alex Neil's ethos. So, do you think we're going to look at recruiting strikers from that Premier League under 23
I think
fringe
so.
player
I mean,
range?
I can see a pattern beginning to form. I mean, he's getting a nice little side together, Alex Neil, isn't he? Or whoever's making the signings, and it's starting to knit in.
Yeah. I'm just laughing at Tam and Las Palmas MACKEM basically having a back and forth, basically saying Vinnie Jones is a little bit of a teddy bear compared to this Billy Whitehurst.
Hello, Las Palmas Mackham. How are you doing?
Yes. Can see us signing Ellis Sims at the end of the season permanently. I would, if he's got the potential to be the league's top scorer already. I'm just seeing how he performed in that match. It wouldn't surprise me because it's a loan spell. If Everton get desperate for goals, they'll bring him back. That's our danger. They can pay us the money back for that breaking clause. So you got to be careful with a striker on loan.
It is, isn't it? I mean, especially if he starts banging the goals in for fun, and you know that's maybe he's going to turn Everton's heads as well, isn't it? So,
especially if they're in the bottom 4 or 5 of the Premier League, they're going to go right. Who's scoring goals? He's our player. Why isn't he playing for us? Do you know what I mean?
of course it will. Aye, absolutely. And don't forget, anybody can smash the thumbs up on. If you can hit the subscribe button on both of our channels at the moment. I just need 30 odd to hit 1,000. And Anth, what are you on?
Me, you only need 26.
26 now, is it? I must have just gone
Yeah.
up on that.
Mine's always in the bottom left corner. Whatever the number's on, I'm not going to look at it until it's close to 1,000. But yeah. I'm just trying to think, like, Premier League youth player squads, like, who's banging them in that isn't getting first team football or isn't looking like getting first team football?
I wouldn't really know, to be honest with you.
Would you look at Burnley? I know Burnley are relegated into the Championship, but would you look at Burnley's strikers and go, you can see Burnley have not started this season well. You're on the descendancy. Yeah, you've got Vincent Kompany in charge, but you want to sink in ship.
That's
a jump.
That's a big gamble, I think. Getting
it's a huge gamble.
Vincent Kompany. I mean, you know that could that could just topple either way. That could. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jacob's done the everything. Every single Sunderland YouTuber says that he's done it for us. So I'm not saying it. Do you know what it is?
Get on.
It doesn't cost a penny to subscribe. It's completely free.
Oh, for God's sake! That's in the blueprint. That is.
It is, isn't it? Danny Welbeck will be that one. I think would be a good shout to bring back to Sunderland.
Welbeck, he must be a canny age and all, is he?
He's got to be like 37, 38, right?
I liked Welbeck when he was at the Paulo Di Canio era.
Am I just adding year? No, he's 31 years old. He's the same age as. No, he's a year younger than me. Yeah, he's a year younger than me. So look how different our lives could have panned out. I think he's all right. Didn't he play for England a couple of games as well? But I don't think he's ever gone back to England. Yeah, 2011 to 2018, he played 42 games for England.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just.
It's what?
I mean, Speakman's making the decisions, I believe, with the signings and stuff, and so far, so good. That's what I think. Yeah, and we don't seem to be as desperate this time, like constantly chasing and chasing and chasing. I mean, have you noticed it seems to be a lot quieter on the signings? All of a sudden, it's like bang.
I think
announced.
I think that's across the board, though, isn't it? It's not just Sunderland.
Oh no, it's not just Sunderland, but we have changed. We have changed the fact, like all of a sudden, they're just a signing appears, like, oh, where's he come from, or.
Yeah, because to be fair, we made like 4 or 5 signings, but they were all bar one was for the youth squad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that tells me quite a lot where the investment is going. We're back in the championship. We want to build our youth team to be the best potential for the championship and then growing into the Prem. So I think that's a really good strategic move, not only from Alex Neil, because with Sunderland, we normally sack managers within a year or just over a year. So I think that's a good seed that Alex Neil's bettered to say, look, I'm not just thinking about the current team, I'm thinking about our future team with doing that. And he will have signed them youth players a lot cheaper than he would have potentially bought, I don't know, like a Danny Welbeck for 12 million or something. Do you know what I mean?
Gordon Seymour, evening gents, late at
Evening,
viewing for
Gordon.
me, been busy and get notification of streaming. Welcome, Gordon. Don't forget
Mm-hmm.
you can always tomato ketchup on the show. It'll be on YouTube. So
Right. Bring back Marco Gabardini. He's 54 years old, Kenneth. He's 54.
he'd still be better than Danny Graham and friggin' thingy, wouldn't he?
Will Grigg, yeah. Does anybody remember the Sunderland player Anthony Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when Ricardo Gabardini came as well. We had Ricardo and Marco, but he was nowhere near the player that Gabardini was.
He's 50 years old as well. He played for us 11 times. That's pretty bad. Nah, I don't know. For me, I think signings. Oh, it's not predictions; it's transfers. For us signings, I think we're okay, but we are lacking for a bit of rotation. So I'll ask you the question that everybody gets asked all the time: where do we need more players?
Definitely defence and midfield.
Yeah, just the bad ones. Defensive midfield, like how many? Who? Right back, I think where Gooch was, because that's not Gooch's position. If Gooch is playing, he should be further up the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely, and I've said a few times as well. We need some beef in midfield as well.
Yeah, we do. Sorry, Jeff just came in with a fucking stonker of a comment. I have a possible point for discussion: the number of black and white unwashed shirts knocking about.
Well, absolutely, it's just no need, is there, Jeff? Absolutely, it's
Just
shocking that.
vile. Humming. So yeah, I'd say we've got somebody to compete with the goalkeeper now, so I'm not overly concerned. Hello, Ace, and yes to the questions earlier on. Defensively, I think we need a left and a right back, just to have a rotation. I think we're really going to be playing a lot of 3-4-1-2 this season. So, 2 wingers. We've got Gooch, Hume, Clark, Roberts. So we've got wingers sorted. It's the holding. We've got Pritchard. Alessi, Matete. I think we've got a good rotation in the middle. I think we need a third striker, and so basically left back, right back, and a third striker. If we're looking at signings, those are the three I think we need to focus on the most. If we get somebody in the holding midfield, they need to be able to drop back and assist Bollard and what's his bloody name? The new lad, Ballard and
The
Bath.
guy from West
Ballard and
Ham,
Bath.
Ballard and Bath.
Ballard Bath. No, that's Alessi as well.
Let's see.
But he's a CDM really. So yeah,
The defense
striker,
is
two defenders.
yeah.
It is what it is. I think we know our gaps. It's about bridging them round it, right? Shall we talk about fixtures?
Yeah.
So we've got the Wednesday game coming up. We've already briefly discussed that, but shall we talk about the next game against QPR? Do you think our result is dependent on how we perform against Wednesday, or do you think we're literally just scrapping off Wednesday and then moving on to the Saturday games again?
Yeah.
Yes, Jeff. Thank you.
I definitely just think it's a total kettle of fish, the Saturday one against QPR. It's still difficult to call, isn't it? Because it's still so early on in the season. I mean, the last time we beat QPR was in the League Cup, if you remember, on penalties.
Yeah, but if you look at where QPR are in the league, mate, it's not looking pretty for them. They've had a shit start to the season, and recruitment wise, they've not done all that much. They've done a couple of signings here and there. Yeah, I think they're going the way of Reading if they're not careful.
I'm confident of Sunderland getting the win, just purely the fact like we're riding the crest of a wave, aren't we? We're like unbeaten in competitive matches and stuff. We seem to be playing well, and we seem to have that danger up front, and I'm as equally as confident playing QPR than Bristol City. I just hope that we give the fans an entertaining game and didn't sit back like the last home game. I would like to see us gan out,
Gan out all guns blazing. So do you think the mentality of score more goals than the opposition's better than not concede any? Because that's how we won the back end of our season.
I would say,
Concede as little as
without a
possible.
doubt. I mean, I think attack's the best form of the defence, of course. I mean, it just doesn't get you anywhere. Just sitting back, negative football. I mean, 9 out of 10 times it doesn't end up the way you want it to be, and B, it's shit football to watch. For the start off, no, it's. But I don't think deep down Alex Neil's like that. I mean, he's not like the past managers we've had that were in Division 1. Like Quick Draw McGraw, Ross, and
Go on, will them off the failures.
Yeah,
Grayson,
Larry Grayson, yeah. Who was the other guy? Parkinson.
Parkinson,
It was
Grayson.
just awful, horrible football to watch, man. And we just seem to have a good spring in our step with Alex Neil, and just keep it that way. I let him off with the Coventry game because it was the first game of the season, and let's face it, we didn't lose.
No, I think the Coventry game, the second half was not a good sign of being just like having the defensive mentality in this league. If we can continue with the attacking mentality like we showed in the Bristol game, we'll be fine. Kenneth reckons we'll be playing the kids on Wednesday, and QPR is going to be the home game. I'm going to add a bit of extra context because I think it's implied. We'll do better on the QPR home game than we will against Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair. I think that's a fair analysis.
Do you think it'll be a decent crowd at the stadium tonight? I don't think there'll be 40,000. Do you think?
There always is. To be fair, when we've seen how many fans were in the stadium for the Cov game, we're going, there's like 38. It turned out to be 41. So I think fan wise we'll turn up because we're on a good wave. Like you said, we're riding high at the minute. And until we start to fall off it, the fans will still pour themselves in.
It's going to be a
Because
lovely day as well. It's going to be about 27 degrees, unbroken sunshine, so that'll fetch a few more out, I think.
yeah, go down to the beach, then 3 o'clock, go across to the stadium, have a couple of bevies, go back to the beach, or go
Local
into
brothel
town.
and all that, carry on and that, yeah.
Yeah. The local red light. Yeah.
Local red light, aye. It's
Yeah.
brown
Isn't
light
that
in Sunderland,
isn't that in Shields?
isn't
But yeah, I don't know. I think if we're doing predictions for the Wednesday and QPR game, take them as two separate entities, right? So we'll continue with the championship first. If we just ignore what happens on Wednesday, where do you think the QPR result's going to go?
I'm going to go for 3-0 Sunderland.
Again,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to go with a reserved 1-0 Sunderland win on that one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just something about QPR has got me on the edge. I think they've had a very similar defensive form to how we've performed, and I think they'll want to tighten that up a bit. So yeah, a 1-0 win, I'd still rip your hand off for that. That'll pretty much see us cement second or go first. So yeah, and on Wednesday against Wednesday,
Wednesday, which is one of them in between Tuesdays and Thursdays.
yeah,
days,
one of
isn't it?
those days.
Um, I'll go for a 2-0 Sunderland win.
2-0 Sunderland win.
I'm just going to quickly
Okay.
catch up on the chat because we've only got about 7 minutes left of the show.
Yeah, sure.
Going to catch up here. Neil Fleury, seems to me that we need a deputy for Evans. Gordon Seymour, I think the first team is who are not getting a game yet will all play Wednesday night. Neil also says defenders midfielder is a black art. Jacob, Sunderland will win 3-1. He also says have some ice cream on Roker Beach.
Wednesday, whatever. Yeah.
And of course he's going for Sheffield Wednesday 1, Sunderland 2.
Yeah, so Kenneth said a 2-0 Sunderland win against QPR, and Wednesday doesn't care. It was Wednesday or whatever. So
Fair enough.
yeah, fair. I think that's I think we're all, if I'm using this as the consensus for all Sunderland fans.
Would you miss it if they
perform
scrapped the League Cup? I wouldn't miss it. Because there have been
Why would they scrap it though?
it's often been brought up, hasn't it, on certain like Talk Sport and
So-
stuff and that.
Yes, I would, because it's one of the legacy cups that have been around since Day Blanc. You're guaranteed a trophy end of Feb, no matter what, and that could make or break some teams. All Premier League teams say they don't care about it until they get to like the last, the semi-final or the quarterfinals, and then they go, "It's a trophy, let's win it." It's only 3 games away. Like, everybody pretends not to care if they lose their first game, and then they start to care when they like get further into the competition. So yeah, because I think it's a funny thing. Who won it last year? Was it Arsenal or was it Liverpool?
I'm not too sure.
Because I remember when I think Arsenal won it during the pandemic year, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't care about this trophy. It's totally
I'm
pointless."
just answering
And
my
then,
phone a second. Just two seconds. It might be me take me around.
no,
Hold on.
no worries. And then Aubameyang picks up the trophy, and it's like it's the best thing that he's ever done with Arsenal. So yeah, abandoning the League Cup, Jesus, abandoning the League Cup is, I think, a detriment to the game. Really, what are you going to do on that weekend? Sunderland have definitely got goals in them. Gordon, I'm reading Gordon's comment on DJ's channel now. Sunderland have definitely got goals in them. If we can get one of our right backs fit instead of Gooch, we would tighten up the defence. That's a really good point. Do you not think Hume is fit in that case, Gordon? Because I think he was on the bench, but he wasn't selected. So I don't know. It just feels a bit bizarre. Oh, yep. DJ's getting his money from the counter to pay the man from the chippy. This is where we judge him. What do you reckon he's got? He says takeaway, so it's I reckon it's going to be. I reckon it's going to be an Indian, just curry, rice, and a naan. It better not be fucking fish and chips. But yes, back to football. Whilst we're waiting on DJ, we have a couple more talking points to go through. I'll seamlessly do it when he gets back. So I've got 7 topics to go through all in all. I've got ownership that we can constantly talk about because I don't think we're beating up too much there. Like KFT's doing all right, or seemingly doing all right. Transfers, we've talked about that a couple of times. The fixtures coming up, we've just talked about that. Predictions, we've done that with the fixtures. Socials is something that we can talk about. So anything that we can see from a Sunderland perspective on social media. What's next? The results and standings. So I'll go through the standings while he's away. So, my league table is missing out 24th place, which is Stoke City. Is Stoke still rock bottom? Let me just studio mode it. League table. Look at fucking. He's fucking crawling in. Yeah. Grim. Right.
Sorry about that.
So I've just had a nightmare.
What's that?
Oh no, nothing. You just appeared. It's all good.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Mate, I'm watching it back now, and it's even more terrifying the second time round.
Sorry. I'm just catching up on the chat, Gordon, saying, well, Sunderland have definitely got goals in them if we can get one of our right backs fit. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen that with
have you gone through them all right? No.
Yeah, so I was going to go through. That's a nightmare too. Jeff agrees. So I was going to go through standings, right? So you got Blackburn at the top, then everybody down to Watford of 4 points, Sheffield, QPR, Reading, Cardiff, Stoke, Millwall, and Blackpool, all winning and losing a game in reverse order, and then everybody else is lost.
I've left my phone in the kitchen. Hold on.
What's he got? A dirty kebab, Paul. Hello, welcome. I don't know. Maybe he's left his phone and his food in the kitchen. So who's rock bottom of the championship now? Because it cut, like on my table, it's cutting off for this bloody Bet365 advert. Who's rock bottom?
Hi guys.
Yeah.
I just had my phone in the kitchen. Sorry, I missed
that. Right, what did you get? We need to know what your takeaway was.
I got a spicy beef pizza with jalapeno peppers, some kebab meat with 2 portions of hot chili sauce.
So people who said kebab and people who said pizza, you were both right. It's got both.
God, it's the best thing you can have.
2 for 1. Wipe that curry off your face, DJ.
See about later.
Right, so with the standings, there's literally only one team that's on 100% right now. That's Blackburn. So nobody wants to play them. Everybody else, I think we can snatch points off. We've got QPR, who've won 1 and lost 1. That's where we're looking at. But are we looking at their cup game as well as an indicator? Also, Norwich in 21st feels weird.
Like I say, it does feel weird, but like it's very, very it feels weird us being second. It's just early days. It's just early.
It's way too early it's way too early to find form in the league and make much of it. That's a fair point. Paul says, "God bless your toilet."
God bless my toilet.
Yeah, kebab, pizza, fucking whatever else.
I've got a very, very industrial reinforced ring, so it's fine.
And that's just the toilet. Okay.
That's just the toilet, yeah. It's one of these posh toilets actually recycles what you put in, so you can actually.
Oh man, no, let's not. Right. So Huddersfield and Bristol City are the 2 teams rock bottom of the league,
Yeah.
losing both of their opening games.
But once again means no, doesn't it? Really, this time.
I don't know. Like if we were playing Huddersfield rather than QPR, I think I'd be a lot more confident saying we'd smash them on current, like literally just on on current mentality, I guess. He means cheese on toast with added meat. That's all a pizza is anyway. I'm really, really offended.
It's better than pig's trotters, isn't it? What I usually have.
Oh man, no, don't. Why are you eating dog food? Oh,
Right, so we're going to
she's
wrap the
asleep at
show
the
up then, Anth. I've got
back.
my food in the kitchen. Don't want to
Yeah, you want to tuck into your food, don't you?
absolutely starving. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Well, you've been waiting for it like 3 hours, haven't you?
For some, I think it's because of the weather, and the takeaway shops have just gone ridiculously busy because obviously it's
Yeah.
the heat wave starting. A lot of people can't be bothered to
Yeah.
cook in kitchen. I will say it's been a good show of people turning up tonight. I'll say thanks
has.
very much for everybody in there.
It's been fun, mate.
In the
I
chat.
do want to ask, in terms of what's next for your channel, because I'm not sure if I can do Wednesday evening or not. I'm working in London.
Yeah, I'm
in
not that
in
bothered
town.
about streaming the cup game. To be honest with you, I'm not that bothered. It's on Sky. The other lads will be doing a stream anyway, so I'll probably just kick back and just watch it on the telly.
Yeah. So, what in terms of videos you got coming up? Is it just the Saturday of the game then for you?
Yeah, I mean, just obviously keep an eye on the videos. I keep putting some good clips of Sunderland from back in the days, or it's just interesting clips. Like I've got a clip
Yeah.
at the moment which has got over 500,000 views.
Yeah.
There's just interesting clips on the channel. But just be putting some more stuff up like that.
Perfect.
And I don't want to be too samey like everybody else. Like keep chatting about predictions and preview games
Oh,
because I don't want to be the same as everybody else. To be honest with you, it'll just be
fair
the
enough.
next main one will be on the Saturday, I think, for the 3 o'clock kickoff.
Fair enough. And yeah, I'm going to be like everybody else then and do a prediction video for the weekend fixtures. I don't think I'm going to do it for the cup. The first round of the cup is a nightmare for my PC. It nearly burns itself in half. So I might do a quick little like pre-talk about the cup itself and us against Wednesday. A little bit of history behind that, but beyond that, I'm not sure I'm even going to do that, to be honest. But prediction video before the weekend games, and obviously the live stream with yourself on Saturday with QPR. I'm not sure if if I'm able to do the Wednesday, but if I am, I'll pop on a schedule just before I get home, and I might be live, I might not. We'll see. But otherwise, yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. We'll see you on Saturday. If not, we'll see
Appreciate it.
you next Monday on our